Hello and welcome to GameRules.com. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Dump the Skunk. This is a retheming of Dr. Reiner Knizia's famous card game called L.L.A.M.A. This is a hand-shedding game for 2 to 6 players from Hasbro. Let's dive in and see what the stink is. Out of the box, you will get an instruction booklet, a 56 card deck. You will get 50 1-point markers, and you will get 20 10-point markers, and they even give you a little plastic baggie to keep the tokens in. The 56 card deck is composed of numbers 1 through 6. There are 8 of each number, and there are also 8 skunk cards. To set up the game, you will shuffle the 56 card deck and deal 6 cards to each player. Those cards are dealt face down. Players should keep their hands a secret. For this tutorial, we're going to play with the cards exposed. Place the rest of the deck face down to form the draw pile. Turn the top card over to form the discard pile. Youngest player goes first. On your turn, you'll have 3 options. You can either play a card, draw a card, or quit the round. We'll start with the player at the bottom of the screen, and for their turn, we'll say that they want to play a card. To play a card, it must be the same value as the top card of the discard pile, or 1 number greater. For a skunk, you can play a skunk on top of it, or you can play a 1. Remember, skunks are going to be worth the most points, and you want to have the lowest score possible. So as the name implies, you want to dump the skunk. Player 1 is going to go ahead and play a skunk. Play then passes to the next player. Again, they can either play a card, draw a card, or quit the round. They too are going to go ahead and dump their skunk. Play then passes back to the next player here, and they are unable to play a card because you can only play skunks or 1s on top of a skunk. They do not have either one of those cards, so they can either draw a card or quit the round. You're going to earn points for the cards remaining in your hand, so choose when to quit wisely. And you may want to push your luck and try to get rid of all your cards, because you will actually get a bit of a scoring bonus for doing so. So our player here at the bottom of the screen chooses to draw. You cannot play a card after drawing. Drawing is the only action you can perform when you choose to do so. That ends this player's turn. Play passes. This player at the top of the screen does have a 1, so they'll play that on top of the skunk. And here we go back to the first player. Again, they can play, draw, or quit the round. They are going to go ahead and play a 2. The next player will then play a 3. They could play a card, draw a card, or quit the round. Our next player here is going to play a 4. Our player at the top of the screen is going to quit the round. When a player quits, they place their hand face down on the table, and then they are out for the rest of the round. Play continues without them. If there is only 1 player remaining in the round, then they will continue to play cards until they are no longer able. So here we go. We have our player at the bottom of the screen. They are able to play a 5. They are able to play a 6. And this player is no longer able to play, so they must quit the round. When there's only 1 player left, they are not allowed to draw. They must continue to play cards until they are either no longer able to or they wish to quit. Once every player at the table has quit the round ends, and now it's time to tally up the score. Once the round has ended, everybody who has quit the round will reveal their cards, and the last player remaining also reveals whatever cards they had left. You will earn points for any cards you are unable to play to the discard pile. Number cards are worth the number on the cards. So our player here at the bottom of the screen has earned 5 points. Skunks are worth 10 points. So if you have any skunks left in your hand, they are 10 points each.
When you figure out your score, you take the correct number of scoring tokens from the pile. So our player here at the bottom of the screen would take 5 points worth of tokens. Let's look at the player at the top of the screen. Now, if you have more than one copy of the same number, you will only earn points for one of those cards. So this player does not earn 10 points for these 2 5s. They only earn 5 points. So they actually earned 11 altogether. So they will take a 10 and a 1. One important thing to note about the scoring system, if you have multiple skunks in your hand, they do not cancel out. You have to take 10 points for each skunk. So if I ended the round with this, for example, I would get 36 points. Ouch. If the round ends and a player was actually able to get rid of all their cards and they emptied their hand completely, they get to turn in points at the end of the round. So for this example, let's say the top player actually emptied their hand and they were sitting there with this 11 points. They can choose any one token from their collection pile to turn back in. So they could choose the 10 and they would be smart for doing so. And they would turn that back into the pile. Now they're sitting with a score of 1 instead of a score of 11. One more special note. If the draw pile ever runs out during a round, you do not replenish it. You will continue the round without the draw pile. Players are unable to have that as an option. You cannot draw once the draw pile is gone. With all that in mind, you will then, at the end of the scoring part of the round, collect all the cards, shuffle the deck back up, and then you will play another round. Whoever took the last turn in the previous round goes first in the next round. And you will continue to play rounds until one player at the table has a score of 40 points or more. At that point, whoever has the lowest score wins. And if there's a tie for lowest score, the victory is shared.
And that's how to play Dump the Skunk. So if you already have Don't Llama, you have this game. You don't need to purchase it unless you really like the skunk theme. I gotta say, I enjoy these 3 games that have come out from Hasbro, these retheming, renaming. We got Dump the Skunk, Beat the Heat, and Snailed It. These are all games that have already been released, but typically they're at a higher price point. You get the same game in a smaller box, takes up less space, fits in your drawer, and a smaller price point, a lower price point. I think that's awesome. I hope Hasbro continues this trend. They continue to pick some of the best family lightweight games from the hobby side of things and bring them over to the mass market side. This can only be good for the hobby. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to let me know down in the comments. If you've got a game you would like to see a tutorial for, the comments is the place to let me know. I've got more games for you here in these playlists. And of course, if you found this video helpful, the best thing you can do is ring the bell, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up. All of those things really do help us out. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep on playing.